Size advantage with Juju Murray. Takes it in hard. Rebound Jefferson. No. Rebound Jefferson. Yes.
3 in front of the Iowa State bench and then gestured at the Iowa State bench. If the official sees that, he'll call a technical foul.
Ole Miss is on an 11-2 run. Jefferson pile drives his way in the top. Nice crossover. Morrell right there. Jones. Short. Jefferson inhales the rebound. Padula has scored 39 points over the 2 games. 20 the other night against the Tar Heels and 19 tonight against the Cyclones. Stutter stepping is Jones. Inside, Jefferson fouled on the play by Danger's your offense. Lipsy to Jones, and Jones to Momcilovic. And another miss. Isaac couldn't get it, but Jefferson does.
Lipscomb's going to go some 2-3 zone here. They don't play a lot of zone, but again, you're leveling up and playing better opponents. And so you can't match up as easily as you can in your own league.
Kelderman is in. Jefferson down low, bumping into Williams.
Part of the 3 years of Division I experience as their 5th starter. Jefferson gets a steal, one of the higher steal guys in.
Ison began the season 2 of 4. Then they won 23 of their last 28 to make it here. Jefferson. He'll work on Charlie Williams across the lane with great.
Richie Saunders. His progression year to year, 5.5 points as a freshman, 9.6 last year. And he continues to get better and better, averaging 16 a game this year. Cada. There's a kick out, and Jefferson straight on, knocks it down.
People don't think that's his strength, John. There's nothing wrong with that jumper. Only 28% on the season, but when he makes that, the future gets even brighter for the young man who's going to be a first-round pick.
ESPN has him as the number 10 prospect in the draft right now, Yegor Demin.
I'll say this about him. He's the best passer for his age in the world right now.
Jefferson inside, left-handed, it'll go. The ball. Baker goes at the basket, and it's rejected. Easy bounce pass. Jefferson the stuff.
Became more of a two-way type of team. Offense, defense, he's showing it today.
Kevin Young said that the difference between NBA and college, at least in part, is how you get better in practice in college. In the NBA, it's in games, in film, and in walkthrough. Jefferson. And that'll fall. Joshua Jefferson blank, and he couldn't get it to go. Jefferson spinning and hitting. Joshua Stewart. Loose ball, and Iowa State comes up with it. Jefferson pushing it ahead. Jefferson all the way. Look out, big.
I would say first half very efficient by the Cyclones, even if the shots aren't dropping. Look at that pass.
Lipsy able to find Jefferson for the Cyclones.
Whoa.
Lipsy corrals the errant pass from Jones.
So Jones was waiting for Taman to get open.
Feed inside Jefferson on the smaller Lukosius. And that'll roll home.
He's good, Jeff.
Lukosius swings to Thomas. That's deep. And that just skimmed the front edge of the iron. Heisey the other way. Iowa State by 10.
Nice.
Jefferson on the smaller Lukosius. Jefferson backing down off the glass. That's too easy. Down and a putback. And Jizzle James with 15 points.
Very interesting that we have not seen Keyshawn Gilbert to start the second half, especially with Lipsy out. I just wonder if he's re-injured the groin or maybe something else. We'll find out.
Momcilovic feed inside, and Jefferson, 2 of the game.
Well, that defense we talked about earlier has kept them in it, and Dylan Mitchell is arguably as good a defender as there is in his league. He didn't even make first team all defense. That's criminal.
Lipsy inside.
Reed and Mitchell, who had career games yesterday, right?
Fair enough.
And I think that's what they're thinking right now. Let's get some offense going. But this could be a problem.
Jefferson inside bullies his. Cincinnati down 13. Why no Jizzle James in the game?
Don't know. I think I'd put him right back in, John. What do you think?
Well, the stuff. Yeah, that could get better next year.
Well, I don't ever use George Niang's name in vain right here. Look at this, man.
And he gets that to go 2 more.
Really need. Gasson has been playing so well lately. Get it into him and let him do something.
Here's Kelderman, the walk-on. Over to Jefferson with the 2 fouls. And he answers.
This kid from St. Mary.
He's been struggling from deep last 4 games. Just 3 of 20 from beyond the arc. 8-point Iowa State advantage.
Long heads there by Onyenso. He's really struggled a lot lately, too.
Jefferson for 3. Yes. Joshua Jefferson with his.
Did not want to shoot that one.
Each team with 5 turnovers here in the first half. 5 minutes to go. Jefferson right at Hawkins. And Jefferson with position for 2.
You know, this kid came played by Doug McDaniel.
K-State students trying to make some noise and affect the Cyclones on this end of the floor. Izzy out to Jefferson for 3. Good. Joshua Jefferson from the outside. And Jefferson with the steal. Jefferson dribbles in and lays it in with the right hand.
Pretty good job bouncing the ball. That was the 4th foul on Jones, but they would have been much better off with the 4th foul on Jefferson.
And Gene telling us from New York he agrees with you, Lap.
Man, I'm doing great.
Charge.
I'm doing good.
Jefferson still in there now with 3 fouls.
Into the corner. Mag 3. No. Demon high for the rebound and then missed it.
He probably got fouled.
Jefferson against Saunders. And somebody may have said what you were saying, like Joshua Jefferson has to do more than that. 1:32 to go. Iowa State has missed their last 4 shots, and they've had some good open looks. Jefferson's not going to miss that one.
Otzelberger going to play out this possession.
Under a minute to go. Tie game 77 apiece. Demon trying to follow Momcilovic all over the court. Now Jefferson against Queta, working his way in. Jefferson scores. Under 2 minutes to go. Jefferson, 1 dribble, little shot fake, scores. Timeout Iowa State. Love got it to Awaka. He had to take it away. Jefferson.
Good ball movement. Yep.
Yeah.
You know, Iowa State is good as anybody, helping and recovering and getting rematched up.
Lipsy has been short with a number of shots, but he's able to get his own miss and find Jefferson.
Hey, Mark, I'm always looking for help from you, especially tonight.
Missed by Momcilovic. Back up, Jefferson scores.
Perimeter player.
And I thought you saw Jennings tap and say, hey, yeah, I was not where I needed to be there. Where's Jefferson going to go with it? 8 to shoot. Momcilovic. Jefferson looking to back down Jennings. Help from the front side from Dean, but not.
Nice move right there by Avery. Space. Little ball fake and a rare look at the rim.
Jefferson just backed his way down on it.
Every offensive possession.
Newman going to the rim. They get a stop there. A Jefferson rebound. Jones has Lipsy up ahead. Taman back to Curtis. Jones splits two defenders. A Jefferson three. Good. And here come the
Iowa State doing what they do best the last couple possessions defensively.
Here's Jefferson, who has 10 points here in the second half, and now make it 12.
Improvement doesn't get too deep. That was a big key to him knocking that down.
Off the quick inbounds, and three missed by Jefferson with some help. Gets the...
Wow. Jefferson gets to the free throw line and knocks it down.
Play right away. Guys like big number 50 can come up and see if he belongs at this level, and he definitely does. I coached at the NCAA level, and I can tell you the talent down there is pretty darn good. It's surprising. Junior college ball, there's so many great players all around the country, but you step up to this level, you better bring it every night.
Jefferson, he can hit that, and he does.
Is elite. We know what they do defensively, but everyone is excited about their Final Four potential. The Momcilovic injury, does that play a factor at all, or are they in pretty good shape regardless?
Well, it hasn't really. For me, is probably the only team in the Big 12 that can still make a reasonable path to getting a number.
Has 11. That's a season high for him as Dak continues to show his offensive creativity. 18 for Dak.
Well, here's Curtis Jones, one of the great stories in college basketball. Just a double-figure machine off the bench, and what a pass by number 5. So
range. You're going to play them in drop coverage. You give them a lot of space to operate. I think you got to be at the level of the ball.
Joshua Jefferson looks to move in, and Jefferson puts Iowa.
Good combination of skill and power, because he can play bully ball, but he's also really light on his feet and skill.
And here he is underneath the reverse lay-in, countering the other way the Cyclones. Curtis Jones, Deshaun Jackson running end to end.
The offensive glass starting to play a role here in this game for Iowa State.
Joshua Jefferson squares up and strokes it as Iowa State. Jefferson cuts inside. Corner three. Milan Momcilovic to miss, but Joshua Jefferson. And a steal. Again, it's Taman Lipsy defensively. Curtis Jones. Joshua Jefferson cleans it up.
Against Kansas, and since then the freshman has really settled into his role.
That shot off the mark by Debo Coleman. Both teams made their first shots from three and haven't made one since. Pocket pass, Jefferson has an easy two.
Themselves in for offensive rebounds, but just not able to convert.
And here's Jefferson, the steal and lay. The last Big 12 team in terms of points allowed. That is not a Johnny Dawkins staple. Usually he hangs his hat on defense.
Not the identity of a typical Johnny Dawkins team. I can tell you, speaking with Coach Dawkins, it wasn't strategic.
There's Momcilovic. Lipsy for three, around and out. And another rebound for Josh Jefferson.
The defense and the defensive intensity has always been there.
Alex stopped and sealed off, stolen by Jefferson. Joshua takes it all the way to the rim. And a package going.
Yes, they had the balance. And again, defensively, they've always been solid. And you can see that now. But they've struggled on this end of the floor on the offensive end. And when
Keyshawn Gilbert. Posey now in the game. Number 41 for TCU in purple. 8 to shoot for Gilbert.
Really good defense by TCU. Staying in front of the basketball.
Jefferson able to get a little. Certainly to this crowd. Jones, floater. Rebound Jefferson with the left hand scores.
wedging his defender up the lane, creating space. Throw it over the top for the easy dunk.
About 7-second difference, shot clock and game clock.
You see Jefferson, run up. I think Jefferson will run up and set a flat ball screen there. Try to get Lipsy downhill.
Lipsy will start making his move with 7 on the shot clock. Gilbert turns the corner, gets it to Jefferson. Josh shoots and scores. Shots, because that was definitely a shot, and he has 9 points.
More importantly, Uday doesn't know whether it's a shot or it's a pass.
He interrupted the first one in the first half. Jefferson gets his head down, spins, shoots, goes to the left hand, and one.
Starting, now coming off the bench. Lipsy will try. And that one tipped away, and a good rebound from Jackson, who feeds Jefferson. Wait, gets it to Adams. Adams inside, had it knocked away. Jones will track it down. Cyclones the other way. Jefferson. Oh!
On student. Happened to be 6'8", 6'9".
Mayo couldn't hit. By the way, after that block by Bidunga, Lipsy's offensive rebound and one motion putback was pretty impressive. One of those Taman plays. Inside.
Right now, just missed a point-blank putback on the road that you just have to make if you're going to win these type of games.
Joshua Jefferson spots up and 3.
Once they get Momcilovic back, if Lipsy can continue to shoot like that, the sky's the limit for this team.
Lipsy 3 for 4 from 3 today. Leads Iowa State with 18. Joshua Jefferson, 3!
Set from 3 on the season, but the last couple games he's caught fire. And that's been the difference. His play has been the difference for this team.
Joshua Jefferson, the offensive rebound. Demarion Watson keeps it alive. Jefferson finally gets it through. Iowa State scoring the first 6, and K-State has scored the last 4. Nice drop off, and Joshua Jefferson, the patience. Hale Center on Monday night. Joshua Jefferson attacks, lays it in. Timeout, Kansas State.
Not much to say. Sit back and enjoy this one. This place is loud.
A 9-point game under a minute to go. Joshua Jefferson against the freshman Bryant. Jefferson flips it home. Townsend inside, a little bit off balance. Joshua Jefferson the rebound. The big fella pushing it up front.
Yeah, he bobbled it. That's illegal. Nice.
Good look inside, and Jefferson with.
And then the offensive foul by Bryant on the other end.
Jefferson tries and hits. Jefferson answers. Cardinal Hayes, he commuted from Hyde Park over 80 miles away to high school every day. He'd get up around 4 in the morning to go to Hayes. It's crazy. Joshua Jefferson on Bryant and rolls that one home.
I think Lipsy had it, and then it was
off of Arizona, I should say.
Knocked out of bounds.
Jefferson inside and 1. And Josh
on to another level in their last few games.
And he has just blown up the stat sheets. Points, rebounds, steals, and even assists. That one is good. He capped the first half with that long 3. This time he turns it over. Lipsy in the open floor. Jefferson at the other end.
Jones is in right now, and again, there's just too much space. How he's allowed that much space at this point in this game, I don't understand.
Jefferson playing with those 3 fouls. Working on Phillips. Gets it to go.
One of those make or break shots. He misses that, this game's over. You stay alive with that made 3.
Pocket pass. Jefferson from Lipsy.
There goes Hall running into a double team. Chum, who has wonderful range. This one won't go. Lipsy clears it for Iowa State. Iowa State, the top scoring team in the Big 12, 83 points per night, and the soft touch under
this half when they did it. They're just going to drop back.
First-year transfer from Memphis completes the three-point play, and the Knights hanging around, trailing by 7. 4:20 to go in this opening half. Iowa State ranked 3rd in the country, one of 4 ranked teams this week in the Big 12. Jefferson open, pops it up and through.
So it's just nice to see these guys getting an opportunity to play college basketball. He was coaching his tail off this afternoon at shoot-around, just trying to get his guys to know how physical this game is going to be. And right now they have not matched the physicality of Iowa State over the last 5 to 6 minutes.
Taco Fall, if you recall, was a really first big guy from Senegal. He was part of that NCAA tournament team. Baseline, launches and hits.
Isn't it amazing when you get that skip pass, that extra pass, you get a good look at the rim, how much higher the percentages are for your team. And great plan by the Knights coming out, sharing the basketball, attacking, and then taking shots when they're open.
Well, Coleman with 9 to lead UCF. Gilbert with the alley-oop and the flush.
He fits in perfectly. And if he's hitting this three-point shot, it's big trouble. Here he comes again, right on cue.
Showtime, and he decided to finger roll it. Here's Johnson elevating from the corner.
The reason that was successful is because Ivy Curry did not try to conquer Iowa State's defense on the first hit. Moved the ball, got it to the open shooter, and they're having some success at that.
Dior Johnson was actually on the pit roster when the Cyclones played the Panthers in the NCAA tournament. Seeing more time off the bench of late. Oh, what a move by John. Gets caught on that switch up. That freed up Jackson inside. Fight for the rebound, and Jefferson. Another helper for Gilbert. Another steal for Jefferson. Looks for liftoff, and he has it.
But they've got to keep their defense stout, right? They've got to continue to knock it open threes, and I think the extra pass is going to stand out in the film session. Getting it side to side. When they get it side to side and attack the paint, good things happen.
Brought in electric players every year to keep them on top. Open 3, no. Tipped around, and a fight for it. Nice hustle by Jones to win it back for Iowa State. Gilbert downhill, dumps it off. Jefferson lays it in, and now Sami.
Float a lie, but also wanted to float it. And I think that's why we saw the result, the confusion.
Jefferson for Iowa State. Playing way off him, looking for an option. Jackson gives it to him. Six to shoot. Gilbert. Inside, slipped. Handoff to Jefferson. Nice job to give him.
Angle, you give him a chance.
Small has 9, 5 rebounds as well. That last foul on Yesufu. Now Jones. Jefferson. Again, late in the shot clock, spinning inside, right hand, what touch.
Javon Small, earlier on in the season, he said, man, yeah, I lost 15 pounds, which allowed him to have that extra level of burst, allow him to be more fluid on the basketball court, allow him to move quicker and be harder to guard. But he's still able to maintain that strength and that size.
Against this team, when you're playing well, you turn it over too many times, it's almost impossible.
Yeah, you turn it over, you don't want to get too simplistic, but you turn it over, you don't get a shot, you don't get a chance at an offensive rebound, and you don't get a chance to get fouled. 3 really good things for your offense.
Joshua Jefferson lays it up and in. Nice job. Chatfield back in. Gilbert back in. And Jones comes up with it as Coit lost the handle.
The pressure of Iowa State really forced Kansas out. They couldn't run anything.
Jefferson right into the chest of the dome, going to finish. Missed both, one before the timeout, one after, so it's still a 6-point game.
And let's see after that timeout if TJ Otzelberger runs something to get Curtis Jones a shot. Get him started.
Moore knocked it away. Chatfield got it back. Got an elbow up in the jaw of Moore. Jefferson lays it in. TJ Otzelberger says, block out the noise. Block out the distraction. Don't let people be patting you on the back all the time. Go to work. Keep playing as a team, playing hard, doing what you're supposed to do, and the results will come. Jefferson from Lipsy.
A lot of switching, so Chance McMillan not able to get open yet.
Stolen away by Gilbert.
Watch this guy, Rich. He's a playmaker.
2 feet in the paint. Jefferson gets it over top. First three of the game for the best three-point shooter in the nation. 0 and white, Chance McMillan. Jefferson, patience pays off.
I'll tell you what.
Williams off the mark. Offensive putback by Chance McMillan, who's made his hay closer to the rim than he usually does.
Rich, you know that he did that at BYU. A big offensive rebound late in that game.
Going at 16 in that contest.
Watch this guy go to work. Nice pass. Oh.
Now Jefferson again turns to his right and gets it to go. After the inbound, Clones have to go 94 feet to try to tie or win this game. It's Mavcilovic. Now Lipsy across half court. 2 on the clock. Lipsy, Jefferson, it's in! It counts! We're going to overtime!
A great screener.
Gilbert spins, can't hit the tough one. Jefferson, extra effort. His defense has shown up.
Well, I think Grant McCaslin's really happy with this start. Matching that toughness. Watch out.
Picked off by Jefferson. And an easy 2 at the other end.
Utah just 13 of 53. That's 24% from three-point land in the 2 Big 12 losses so far. That has to change tonight. Jefferson gets a star to leave his feet.
That's an interesting good sign to see him hitting threes. One of his last 14 coming into this one, and he's already drilled 2.
Jefferson able to follow up his down 6 here at Hilton Coliseum. He'll take that. Wallin unable to hit. Those are the shots they need. Jones trying to provide that spark, kicks it out. 3 ball up, and it's good for Jefferson. The running Utes not in a position to exchange baskets here late. They need to start getting some stops, running out of time. 4 minutes to go. Iowa State working deep into the shot clock. Jefferson from the foul line. It's good.
Where do you get wins? I mean, you have to play extremely well and protect your home court. But Coach Smith told us a fun story this afternoon. He said he worked camp when he was in his 20s here for Tim Floyd. And he remembers one day Jerry.
2 right, 2 bigs, automatic switching. A difficult shot, but great defense though. Joshua at the battle. Nice cut. Does he do that beautifully? From Gilbert. First. Hands-on coach. Delegates great with his staff.
The lead is 6, and for Baylor, who's not shooting well right now, 4 of 18, just trying to stay close. Joshua Jefferson, St. Mary's transfer.
That is stunt. You can't leave him alone.
Was the final, or excuse me, 99-71. Of note in that tournament, Colorado knocked off UConn, beat them by a point, and it was Yakumovsky with a late runner. That's Jefferson. Colorado's had opportunities, and they've converted on some back cuts, but they can't hold on to the basketball right now. This is Jefferson, big man with the left hand and a bucket. Dak backing in, and he strips. Another turnover. Lipsy in traffic. Jefferson bodies and then scores.
In Jefferson gave Hammond all the space that he needed. This backcourt for the Buffaloes has played really well tonight.
Pick and roll, and Jefferson buckets. Big man play. Knee injury. It's the last 11 games last year. He's back. Lipsy feeds Jefferson in tight, and he gets the bucket. He's having a great run with the Lakers right now.
And you're also seeing what the head coach from the D2 to D1 ranks at Drake, Ben McCollum, is doing. Brought 4 players along with him from Northwest Missouri State. They are one of the last unbeatens left.
Oh, that's a big man.
Going to do anything to take away from his free throw percentage.
There's the steal by Jefferson. Jefferson to the cup and good.
Again, out on the floor, the big creator, middle of the floor ball screen, but there's a lot of the same similarities when it comes to dribble handoffs. So he goes, that's one thing we need to continue to work on and get better at as we just get into this conference season so quick.
Jefferson, bully ball. 0.6 points per game.
Yeah, both teams want to play up tempo. Both teams want to feed off of their defense. We know Iowa State's the third-ranked team in the country right now. Morgan State is not that. But when you look, Morgan State going to the MEAC and Iowa State going to the Big 12, all the things that they do well translates into their league to have a very, very good.
Over 5 minutes left in this first half. White, a long three on target. Momcilovic will start the break out to Jefferson.
Feels like Omaha's going to have to weather a potential run from Iowa State. You can just feel it in this building. Oh, I love it.
Jefferson spinning. It's the Cyclone whirling. Lipsy 5 points. Just 1 assist, 1 rebound. Jackson. Jefferson down low, trying to back down Sutton. Tries to rip it through the double team, but goes the first 4 minutes. You get the sense here, Mike, for Omaha, especially if they want to try and get back into this game.
Has to start by getting multiple defensive stops first.
Jefferson. And for the record, I agree with you. One of those handful of teams that you really do feel like has a legitimate chance to win a title is Jefferson with the Cyclones 9 of 14 in the second half. Waddle's long three, can't drop. Heisey running the break, dumps it off to Jones. Jefferson, he'll try his hand at a triple.
And here comes Iowa State.
They've been a double triple too.
Another chance. And Fran McCaffrey on the three-point line.
Great look. Very limited, right? 12 or 13 attempts.
Jefferson with the right hand quiets the crowd.
He does a great job bouncing into that.
Here's Nate Heisey. Lane opens up, and there to clean it up is Jefferson.
There you go, help. You bear.
Averaging 16 points per game. He started the first game of the season, but he's been at his best off the bench, and now a turnover.
He's so good. 2 steals a game, jumps passing lane. Heady kid.
Now Jefferson, he'll try for 3, and back-to-back threes falling down for Iowa State. Start here for the Cyclones. McMillan again. Off the mark with the 3. Gilbert to Jefferson. Easy finish. To Heisey. Jefferson goes up strong. Gets the putback and in. Consecutive games about to make it 8. Backdoor pass. There's the spin and the strip. Cyclones have numbers. Lipsy to Jefferson with the left and the finish.
There's a defender's person, drop off layup. Really good play, one Rainer.
Jefferson with the rebound. Jefferson with the double-double.
And I love Demarius Owens. At 6'7", he is their true backup point guard. He is so skilled offensively. And when you talk to Shaka Smart, him and the rest of the staff are extremely high. They say this kid has a chance to play in the NBA one day. And I agree.
Nice feed inside. That's Jones.
Ball screen. We typically do not see Gold roll, but right there he rolled right to the rim. No weak side tag. Good pass right there by Cam Jones.
Now the freshman Noyes Indricitis, number 15 in white on the floor for TJ. And they go in somewhere without each other as teammates. And things like that force you to be together and become connected as a unit.
When you talk about toughness, that right there is go to your weak hand and be able to float it on top of the defense. Tough bucket right there by Stevie Mitchell.
Jefferson and Jackson have not missed a field goal tonight. 7 for 7 for the two front court mates for Iowa State. Here's Jefferson with the rock. And he goes to the sky hook for 2 for 16 from beyond the arc. They have 10 assists on their 15 made field goals. The only problem is Iowa State has 18 made field goals.
Rich, watch Cam Jones this half. I think he's going to have to turn it up and go to another level, especially with Ross being out for the rest of the ball game. He's currently in a boot. Him and Owens, Jones and Owens are going to have
double. 17 points, 13 boards, and 10 assists. That was the first Marquette triple-double since 2003 when Dwayne Wade turned the trick in the Elite Eight. Speaking of field goal attempts, and now make it 8. But Jones is there, can't clean it up. And the big man leads the break. Here's Jefferson, spin cycle.
The corner. As Jay said in the open, Iowa State wants to force turnovers, and they just came up with one. And it's going to be one of the big fellas, Joshua, and knocked it down. Momcilovic can't hit it, but the offensive rebound. Jefferson going right back to the basket. What a move that was.
Guarding a cutter and then shoots right off to the ball and knocks it away.
And both of these teams in the Big 12, such a loaded league. You saw Kansas beat Duke last night in Las Vegas. There's Houston, there's Baylor, there's Arizona. There are just so many good teams in the Big 12. And Iowa State.
There's Santos. Thought he drew enough contact for a whistle. No such call. Now Jefferson with it in transition. He takes it strong to the hoop, and he is scored.
He takes yoga. Yeah. He is about being an example to his players, the type of conditioning that they have to be in to make plays as saved
by Dylan Cardwell, who rocks the rim.
And Dylan Cardwell making something out of nothing, a broken play for Auburn. Dylan Cardwell using his ball handling skills to get a finish, but Jefferson answered.
Some of the softest rims in all of basketball.
That's okay. Still counts 2 points.
Yeah, these rims, as they would say around here, they have the aloha spirit. Very giving.
Again, and we're going to appreciate that. I mean, we had a 99-97 game earlier today.
How about that three drilled? No.
That has been successful in college basketball.
Chad Baker-Mazzara with the open lay-in. And Auburn within 3 here. Largest lead for Iowa State was 9 at one point, 13-4. Turnaround, nice touch there.
Gobbled it and lost it. Now looking to drive it is Garner. He has it turned over. Out ahead to Jefferson from Lipsy. Gets his first basket of the game.
As Atlanticus, you've seen 3 of his games where he could get anything he wanted and really got some open shots. The Cyclones have done a great job. Just that time was able to get to the rim.
Can't get it. And the Jags back down the other way, but this is picked off. Opportunity for Iowa State, and Jefferson will flush. Jefferson, now the kick out to the corner, Momcilovic. Jefferson with the board. Now he'll pound it in. Jefferson with the right hand gets the deuce. Craig. Garner has it nearly taken away. Great effort by Jefferson. Let's finish this. Push tempo. Numbers for Iowa State. Jones will take it up. Can't get it to go through, but
came underneath him, but what a great shot there.
Underneath Jefferson, the reverse layup. Kansas City 3 of 5 from the floor to start this game. As Jefferson at the high post will drive it in with the left hand, gets it off the glass for two. Abankale and Foss.
Iowa State has scored on a post up and on right here, this ball side three. Much better job guarding that by Brown.
Gilbert inside, that's Jefferson.
Up on both ends of the floor. You know, Iowa State got a couple to go early from three, and they're playing loose and free and getting a lot of shots to go. Kansas City missed some there for a stretch, and now they think about it every single time they catch it. So just got to get that going. And a great pass by Gilbert once again.
After playing in a very good Chicago program at St. Rita High School.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Brewster was a New Hampshire High School Player of the Year, but also played on the Lithuanian under-18 national team. So he has a lot of experience, even though he's just coming off of 1 year of basketball at Brewster Academy.
Andrusitis giving the ball up. Jones on the wave to Andrusitis. He finds an open Jefferson for two. Nice. Happy news there is he got studied and got his degree and graduated school. Now he's in grad school at Mississippi Valley State. Showed some good work and some good persistence to go after that degree. Here's Jefferson, a couple of turns on the score.
And then they just went and feasted on balls that teams tried to skip. So we'll see if this Cyclone team can do that this year.
Lipsy works his way into the paint. Kicks it out for an open Jefferson. Now dealing in the lane is Jefferson to score. Joshua finds Ivory for two.
And a little right back at you. Talked about live ball turnovers. Mississippi Valley State just put one back on Iowa State.
Cyclones lead at 21 as we near halftime. Lipsy gets around Moore and trying to finish it and doing it with